Okay, yeah, please go on now. You can go on now. I wanted to make sure I was recording. I don't know what was happening.
Okay, I said I think she was pointing out to I almost lost the battle to ID.
Yeah, what I'm asking is the headline catchy enough? If it is not catchy, tell me why you think it's not catchy enough. If it is catchy, why do you think it's catchy?
Okay, uh, what I think, why I, 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 the headline is long, so the headline seems long. I thought it would have been something short and at least a brief headline that leads to the point. And the person like, okay, let me know more about what this thing. Maybe the headline is a little bit long. So, hello, sir.
Okay.
Can I talk?
Yeah, I'm sorry, China Gorum raised her hand before you asked to speak. So Ukazu China Gorum.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, in my opinion, I would just assume if I am a high BP patient, I will not be interested in it because it's not providing solution. It's not going to show me what I need to take care of my problem. It's only telling me someone's story that I may not be interested in. But if the headline had a little bit of maybe a solution, maybe there is a way out, there's a way he solved the problem, there was something that happened, I would have clicked on it. That's what I
Okay.
think.
All right. So Ogadima Christian.
Okay. Can you hear me now, please?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. What I was saying is that why I said it was not catchy, I think the headline is a little bit long. Right. Not everyone, mostly not every reading now. So I thought how wish the headline was a little bit short. That to do with what the person is. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're saying it is too long, right? I think it's my network. I don't know what she might just have to go at the class. It's okay, go on.
I said it's a little bit long. The headline is long. Let's say it was a little bit. Oh, so can you hear me now?
Wait, what you are saying is like it should have been longer, right? Or it should be shorter.
Shorter, like something like my battle with high BP. So something short and
Okay.
on the point.
I understand you now. Okay. All right. That's okay, all right, guys. But I want you guys to know that this pre-sale was giving me over 200 orders. For you guys, I think it is not. And China Gurum, you said something about like it's meant to provide solution. Not every headline needs to provide a solution before you convert. That I'm going to teach you that. Not every headline, because some people they don't want to know that you are trying to sell. If you are providing solution with your headline, sometimes people 80% of the time they know they are going to buy something. Do you understand? But when people see headlines like this, they just think it's a normal gist. In 2019, during my daughter's matriculation, I almost lost the battle to IBP. It was meant to be a day of joy, but it turned out sad because why? He almost lost the battle to high blood pressure. Do you understand? And
Yes,
it's not that these things, all these pre-sales here, they are pre-sales that have been tested, that have worked well in the market, and this are 200 orders for me. Do you understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
it is not every time that your pre-sale needs to provide solution, that it needs to be like this, that it needs to be like that. There are no formats to writing pre-sale. There are some formats, but sometimes you can just write something random and then boom, it will just speak. Do you understand? This thing now, first of all, it will call out the high blood pressure audience. It might not provide them a solution, but it's call out the high blood pressure. They might be like, what happened to this man? Let me read the story so I will know that, excuse me, so this same thing that happened to this man will not happen to me. Do you understand? So let's go on. So it's not like these things here, they are just written for fun. They've been tested and they've worked in the market. Do you get? So this headline is catchy enough. Because if it wasn't catchy enough, it would not have worked in the market, definitely. So let's go on. So first of all, a catchy headline, that's the first thing. Then a short introduction. So let's proceed. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first of all, we have the catchy headline, then the short introduction. So this is just the short introduction, as simple as that. Good day, I'm Mr. Olushola. Very, very simple. Do you get? That's just a short introduction. So let's
And
proceed.
excuse me, sir.
So from after short, yeah, please let me state it like I did yesterday again. I don't want us to spend all day here. So if you have any question, please just write it down. After the class, you ask your question.
Yes, sir.
Do you
This
get?
is not a question. I just like something I noticed, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I noticed that
Okay.
there is an attempt to kind of invoke emotional stuff in the headline, like
Go
that
on.
kind of, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like the person writing the stuff connecting.
But obviously, when you're writing, exactly. You see, when you are writing, that is why it is called copywriting. You are trying to understand human psychology. You want to know the pain point of your market. The reason why I are knowing all these things is not just for fun. It's so that when you write, your readers will be able, you'll be on the same wavelength emotionally. They'll be able to connect with you emotionally. Do you understand? Let's say you are selling a make money online course now. A lot of people have bought a lot of rubbish make money online courses and a lot of and if you come now in your video and then you
Yes,
start, can you hear me? So if you and then you start talking from a point of pain that you've also experienced what they've experienced, you've booked courses that why is this thing I don't know what is wrong with these people today now. Guys, I'm sorry about the bad network, but can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then you come, you're in your video, you are telling them that you understand the pain of like buying a lot of rubbish courses that they will promise you that when you buy this course, that you'll be able to make so money in so weeks, that you'll be able to, that they will hold your hand and mentor you and show you how to do everything and all that. You also fell for all these traps of all these gurus that at the end of the day, they just want to add you up to the number of people that have bought, and at the end of the day, they just want to say, I dropped this course, so number of people have bought it. Do you understand? That way, you're already
Yes, sir.
connecting to your audience emotionally. Do you understand? Your copy has connect emotionally. If people cannot connect
Yes, sir.
emotionally, you cannot convert. Lie, you can never convert if people cannot connect emotionally. So that is what we are doing here. That's why we are carrying out research. That is why we are trying to know the pain they've gone through physically, emotionally, what they've tried to get rid of, habits they've tried to get rid of, food they've gotten rid of, blah, 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 and all those things that I taught you yesterday. Do you understand? It's so that when you write, people that are reading your copy, they can be like, wow, this man is going through the pain I'm going through. This woman is going through the pain I'm going through. This person is talking directly to me. This person is talking about me. Do you understand? And that way, you'll be able to convert. Do you understand? You need to be able to influence people to be able to get them to drop your money and buy whatever it is you want to buy. I said it yesterday, our list price product is 47,500. If we've not been able to influence people, you'll not be seeing all those others I was showing you yesterday. You'll not be seeing others like that if we've not been able to influence people. You get? Guys, I need response because now I'm not even sure if you can hear me
Yes,
clearly.
sir.
Okay,
I
all
can
right.
hear you, sir.
Okay, let's go on. So, after our catchy headline, the next thing is a short introduction. A short introduction. So this is it. Good day, I'm Mr. Olushola. Longer, you can say good day, so. I'm a civil servant. I work in so. You get, but you can also keep it short. So let's go on. From there, then how if the illness, symptoms, and earlier signs he had. Symptoms and earlier signs had. If it's a female, how she found out she had the illness, symptoms, and earlier signs. So let's go on. Excuse me. This part is most times always the longest. So let's go on. June 2019 was one of the happiest days of my life. My daughter, who's my first child, had gained admission into one of the most prestigious higher institutions in Nigeria. She gained admission to study medicine and surgery. Guys, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And my wife, in fact, she was one of the few surgery department that year. June 2019 was a matriculation ceremony, and the entire family traveled down to our school to celebrate her. Okay, let's go. Let's go on. Unknown to me, this same day was the day I would get one of the saddest things of my life. Guys, can you see? We are still in the part of how we found out he had the illness. We are still building up to that place. Do you understand? When all the matriculation students were coming out of the hall, we were on the lookout for Rachel. That's my daughter. When we saw her coming out of the hall with other crowds of students, the entire family was whistling and yelling to cheer her on. She was all smiles and really happy, even though she was. As I was about to scream her name, suddenly I felt a sharp pain in my chest. It was as if it was as if my heart had locked and stopped beating. It was that bad. I'm coming. Let me scroll down. I had never experienced anything like this before. Before I could realize what was happening, I was already on the ground with one hand on my chest and the other resting on the ground. Can you see how I'm building up to how you found out he had the illness? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir,
Yes,
we
sir.
can hear you.
Okay, all right. So, where did I stop? Guys, please remind me where I stopped. Okay. Suddenly, I felt a
Yes.
sharp pain in my chest. It was as if my heart had locked and stopped beating. It was that bad. I'd never experienced anything like this before. Before I could realize what was happening, I was already on the ground with one hand on my chest and the other resting on the ground. I could hear distant screams, but my eyes were gradually closing and I was fading out. My family's attention was turned from Rachel to me. My wife quickly leaned over to help me. She was asking me repeatedly, Honey, what is wrong? Honey, are you okay? I was in so much pain, I could barely open my mouth to talk. With each gasp I took, I felt the pain in my chest sharper and sharper. I could only mutter the words, my chest, my chest. The voices of my family slowly started fading away, and my eyes started to shut down. The next time I opened my eyes, I was in a hospital bed. I started up trying to understand what was going on around me. But immediately my wife, who was beside me, noticed that I was awake. She ran out of the room to alert the nurses. Entering the room, she informed me I had been admitted after my fainting that morning. Guys, can you see this is number two? We are still in number two. I found out he had the illness. See, from year to year, we are still not done. From this part, and we are still going down, we are still not done. I'm coming. Where are we now? Why did his wife tell him he fainted? Okay, and we are still not done. So let's go on. So Rachel, okay, she ran out of the room to alert the nurses. Entering the room, she informed me I had been admitted after my fainting that morning. Rachel, who was also in the medical center with us in a matriculation, okay, sorry, Rachel was also in the medical center with us in a matriculation gown. Later that day, doctor came to my room with my test results. He broke the sad news to my family and I had hypertension. Can you see? So from year up to year, up to year, is under number 2. How we found out he had the illness. Can you see how long it is? That's like, it's almost like, I would say, would I say 2/3 or 2/4 of the pre-sale copy? Do you get? So that's how. So it's just like you building up that this part of the copy is like you building up to like how we found out he had the illness. Do you understand? So
Yes, sir.
excuse me. Then earlier signs, symptoms, earlier signs. This was not meant to happen. I said I was very lucky to be close to a medical now. He ran me through some symptoms of hypertension, like, come, let me scroll down. He ran me through some symptoms of hypertension like headaches, blurry vision, fatigue, chest pain, weakness, shortness of breath. Guys, can you see why it is important to know physical pain they are going through?
Yes, sir.
Can you see why all those research are important now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You not if you don't carry out those research, you'll not be able to express yourself when you're writing. Can you see I was talking about how I was feeling chest pain and everything?
Yes, sir.
That's why it is important to carry out those your researches. So let's proceed. You ran me through some symptoms of hypertension like headaches, blurry vision, fatigue, chest pain, weakness, shortness of breath, and asked if I had been experiencing some of this in the past. To be honest, I had been experiencing most of these symptoms, but I never took note of them. I was always thinking it was just stress from work, and if I had enough rest, I would be well recharged. Guys, from here to here, see this part. I'm coming. I want you to take note of this part. The reason why I added this part is because most people that have high blood pressure, um, high blood pressure, mostly high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, most of them don't know they have it. Most of them just think they are experiencing some of those symptoms because of stress. Do you get? Like headaches now, if you're having headaches, you might think, I just need to rest well, sleep better, eat better. Do you understand? If you're having blurry vision, like you might think, maybe it is the headache I'm having that is causing me to have blurry vision. If you are fatigued, every normal person that is fatigued, you just think they need to just rest. Chest pain, okay, maybe chest pain might be a bit more concerning. Do you understand? Then weakness, shortness of breath. So all these other symptoms, aside chest pain, you just think it's just something that will go. Do you understand? That was why I said added this. To be honest, as me experiencing most of the symptoms, I was always thinking it was stress from work. Do you understand? That's what most people would think. Aside those that are already diagnosed and they know they have it, you get. Most people in Nigeria now, they are working with high blood pressure. They don't even know. So let me highlight where number 2 ended. Yeah. Sorry, number 3, not number 2. Can you see how long number 2 is under the 19-step pre-sale structure? Can you see? Hey guys. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Okay. All right. So let's proceed. So after we've done step 3, the next step is other solutions you've used that didn't work. Do you understand? Most
Yes,
times
sir.
this is you can group these two together depending on how you want your copy. So other solutions I've used that didn't work is most times the doctor's prescription and all. So common solutions are just maybe herbs and other things that you see online that they will recommend you use. You get. So let's go on now. So let's go on. Where did I stop? Okay, so I was thinking it was stress from work, and if I had enough rest, I'll be very recharged again. So let's go on. He put me on some medications and advised me to reduce my salt intake, exercise more, get more sleep time, reduce stress, amongst others. Do you understand? I got to know all this because I carried out my research that what is the normal recommendations they will give high blood pressure patients. Do you understand? And this is it. You know, Yesterday, I showed you what you had to let go of. What your customer avatar has to let go of. Do you
Yes, sir.
understand? Or what
Yes,
they
sir.
need to start doing, or what they need to cut off. Do you understand? So
Yes, sir.
that's where this place comes to play. Do you understand? So
Yes, sir.
this is under number 4. So let's go on. He put me on some medication and advised me to reduce my salt intake, exercise more, get more sleep time, reduce stress, amongst others. I follow this advice religiously and use my medications consistently too. Even though I use my medications consistently too, even though I had a busy schedule and it was difficult for me. I'm coming. I'm coming. Days of using these medications and following his advice turned into weeks, and weeks into months. But there was no difference. My BP was still very high, and I was at the risk of a heart attack. When this didn't work, I tried several concussions and locally made herbs my wife introduced me to. So, guys, from here to here, is under other solutions you have used that didn't work. Solutions yet. So he was using the cut off salt and eating better, but still, his people will say, "I, do you understand?" Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, let's proceed. Let's proceed. So now you've seen the part of other solutions you have used that didn't work. So let's go to how you use the common solution. So can you see, since those things didn't work, what happened? Okay, so let's proceed. But there was no difference. My people was still very high. I was at the risk of a heart attack. When this didn't work, I tried several concussions and locally made herbs my wife introduced me to. None of this worked too. I was going from one hospital to another and from one concussion to another. In fact, one of the concussion I used gave me a serious side effect that left me having a partial stroke for a week. I'm coming. So from year to year, is under how you use common solutions. Do you understand? Then, okay, sorry. Then retelling how the symptoms got worse. This part is under how you use common solutions. These 2 sentences, these 2 paragraphs. Then retelling how the symptoms got worse. Do you understand? This was part to his concussion that gave me a partial stroke for a week. Are you following, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's proceed. So now, okay, let's go on to feeling of giving up and hopeless.
Hello, good morning.
It was as if these people
Yeah.
were out to get money from desperate, like Okwande
Hello.
Miriam. Okay. Adigbite Abdurazak, mute your mic too. Please, we are not talking, mute your mic. So let's go on. Okay, at that point, I had almost given up. It was as if these people were out to get money from desperate people like me with their so-called solutions. This is where I am. I didn't know what to do anymore. I tried every solution I knew there was. My wife had also gone from pillar to post, trying to see what could help me, but all to no avail. My world was crumbling down, but I still had to keep hope because of the family I had to cater for. So now, this is the part of feeling of giving up and blessing. Do you get, guys? I know you guys are following. Was this one network? Say yes, yes, I'm following.
Yes, I
Okay. All right. So okay, at that point, okay, see what could help me. But to know, my own was coming now, but say I had to skip over because of the family I had to cater for. One fateful day, my wife saw a post on her Facebook. It was a video about a forgotten method Indians used in completely reversing their high blood pressure. The reason why I added this is because our medicines are they are formulated in India. Do you understand? So it was a video about a forgotten Indian method using completely reversing Indians using completely reversing their high blood pressure. He showed me the post, but I stated clearly that I was not interested. So what have I done here? Gradually bringing a solution. Are you following me, guys? Please, I need response.
yes,
So, yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
just
yes, I will come.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So please be taking note, too. It's very important. So this is the part of gradually bringing in solution. Let me see. So this is it. Gradually bringing in solution. Do you get? Then showing doubts. So his wife saw the post. His wife showed it to him. Then what happened? She showed me the post, but I stated clearly that I was not interested. That these people that are just time wasters. Do you get? So this is showing doubts. Showing doubts because obviously somebody that has used a lot of things will not just say anything and grab the opportunity like that. They understand. They will still be in doubt. They will try and confirm if it's something that can work, blah blah blah, and all. Do you understand? So this is under showing doubts. So let's proceed. So she played the video and started watching by herself. Just few minutes into the video, I overheard a statement that made me curious. And then I decided to join her in watching the video. A few minutes in,